ChatGPT Plus is free for college students through May. Here's the thing. You've got a lot to do between now and then. Studying for finals, writing papers, trying to keep your life on track. And ChatGPT can help with all of it. It can quiz you for your econ exam, make a study guide from your French notes, plan out your meals and study breaks. It can get really specific on how you like to learn. It can even help you come up with ways to stop procrastinating. So from now until summer break, take advantage of all the ways ChatGPT can make your life easier. Restrictions apply.
Speaking of Brian Kilmeade, he is joining us, I believe, live from the scene of the Patriot Awards, which is a big deal for Fox every year. It's Fox News' version of the Academy Awards, the Golden Globes, the Tonys, and the Emmys all wrapped up into one. And there's certainly a lot of news to dissect. Let's welcome New York Times bestselling author, co-host of Fox and Friends, and a nationally syndicated radio talk show host, Brian Kilmeade. Hey there, Brian.
What's going on, Frank? I will tell you that America considers it bigger than the Academy Awards, not just Fox. I think you're going to love it.
I have no doubt. What are the big categories to be on the lookout for the Patriot Awards?
Yeah, I mean, I had to refresh my memory, but just to think about, we're at the Tiller Center right now. The president will be here tonight. He's going to get the Man of the Year. You got the Fox Weather Award for heroism. You saw what happened in North Carolina. There's a lot to choose from in Florida. Service to veterans, the culture warrior, bravery, courage, salute to service, and young patriot and unsung heroes. It'll be a crisp 2.5 hours. Obviously, when the word came out that Trump was going to be here tonight, tickets were going as much as $5,000.
Oh wow! I can imagine.
It's crazy. Yeah. So it's going to be, and it's Steven Stiller Award, Back to Blue. I'm trying to think if I forgot a category. No, I think that would be about it. But Frank Stiller has one named after his brother. Of course, Frank Stiller is synonymous with giving back.
Yeah.
And it's kind of cool. You got a local artist who makes these awards, and they take pieces of the World Trade Center. They put it together with the rivets from the World Trade Center, and each one of these awards is a trophy unto itself.
Well, that's extraordinary. So people can stay tuned for that. That's going to be exciting today, the Patriot Awards. Speaking of Fox and the president, let me ask you about someone who is kind of at the intersection of those two areas. Your former colleague, Pete Hegseth, the nominee for the Secretary of Defense. This nomination is, you don't need me to tell you, embattled. His mom was on Fox and Friends, Penelope Hegseth. She did a really interesting interview with your colleague Steve Doocy, and she slammed the New York Times for reprinting this email that she sent to her son 7 years ago. Here's a portion of that discussion.
And part of today is to discredit the media and how they operate. When they contact you, I let a few phone calls go, but then they call you and say they threaten you. That's the first thing they do. Right. They say, unless you make a statement, we will publish it as is. And I think that's a despicable way to treat anyone. Threats are dangerous, and they're hard on families.
What's your message to the New York Times?
I would say I don't think the way you operate it feels almost criminal when reporters call you and threaten you. I don't think a lot of people know that's the way they operate. And they are in it for the commission, for the money, and they don't care who they hurt, families, children. And I don't believe that is the right way to do things.
Brian, what did you make of this Penelope Hegseth interview specifically, and where do you see Pete Hegseth's nomination going overall?
I mean, it's just unbelievable. This is one of those things you're going to be thinking about when you think Kavanaugh. You know, you'll think about the personal attacks. When you think about other people in the back, they go back to John Tower. I believe it or not, I do remember that, talking about, were you drinking here, you were drinking there. He didn't get through. Others have gotten through. But personal emails between a nominee, their mom, and a divorce, I don't think I would have published it. Okay, listen, this is really not my business. And there were follow-up emails that didn't get published between the two, and then I'm thinking to myself, I think that she helped a lot. She talked about sincerely Pete when he got back from war. He was doing a few things that were a little wild, and I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to judge it. I'm not going to bring it up. I think what's more interesting is the 14 years at Fox. His 2 books that are out. Plenty of controversy there for some. Some people love it. Some people don't. They're going to dig in, Democrats. What about this? What about that? I did not think they were going to go after his personal life like this, and it just doesn't add up. I mean, number one, 8 hours every single weekend, filling in all over the channel, hosting the Patriot Awards up until this year because he had to go do this. So he's fighting it out. I talked to him yesterday, texted with him late last night. A couple of senators wrote me and asked me for clarification. More than happy to tell them. But the people that know him, it's really scary. And I'll just tell you that a lot of people who are going to get nominations in the future are going to say, no, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, thanks. I'm watching the series on Fox Nation, The Saints. And I'm thinking to myself, unless you're a saint, and by the way, you seem to die horrific deaths. Unless you're a saint, I don't think you should put yourself and your family through this. You really have to think twice. And people are just taken aback because most of the senators have been interviewed by people. They know him. They've been interviewed by him for his book, and they're saying, and they're asking me, what do you know? I go, what do I know? This is total BS. So, I mean, by the way, he's heading up organizations that are giving back to troops, traveling into Iraq after he's already served twice to meet with the troops. So I would just, he's going to fight through it. He was with Mike and Kelly last night. I listened to it. And for those people who count him out, I think he's just getting caught up in hyperbole. I ask you to listen to your show, keep it on ABC, keep it on Fox. You're going to get a balanced view.
Subtle results, still you, but with fewer lines. Botox Cosmetic, out of botulinum toxin A, is a prescription medicine used to temporarily make moderate to severe frown lines, crow's feet, and forehead lines look better in adults.
Effects of Botox Cosmetic may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness may be a sign of a life-threatening condition. Patients with these conditions before injection are at highest risk. Don't receive Botox Cosmetic if you have a skin infection. Side effects may include allergic reactions, injection site pain, headache, eyebrow and eyelid drooping, and eyelid swelling. Allergic reactions can include rash, welts, asthma symptoms, and dizziness. Tell your doctor about medical history, muscle or nerve conditions including ALS or Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis, or Lambert-Eaton syndrome, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects. For full safety information, visit BotoxCosmetic.com or call 877-351-0300.
See for yourself at BotoxCosmetic.com.
This episode is brought to you by Factor. Optimize your nutrition this year with Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal service. Factor's fresh, never-frozen meals are dietitian approved, ready to eat in just 2 minutes. Choose from 40 weekly options across 8 dietary preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Eat smarter at factormeals.com/listen50 and use code listen50 for 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Factormeals.com/listen50. Code listen50. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey guys, have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where they ship the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants across the country, anywhere, nationwide. I've never found a more perfect gift than food. They ship Chicago deep dish pizza, New York bagels, Maine lobster rolls, and even Ina Garten's famous cakes. So if you're looking for a gift for the food lover in your life, head to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code GIFT.
Faraday presenta Ojos con Alergia y Picazón contra el Jardinero. Y el ganador es Faraday Extra Fuerte. Para aliviar la picazón de los ojos por alergia, actúa más rápido y supera a Claritin y Flonase aún a las 24 horas. Faraday, adelante.
So you think there's a chance he may end up surviving?
Yep.
Well,
absolutely.
That's very, very interesting. And Fred Rubino's in studio as well. Fred.
How liberal could the New York Times get before it's not even considered a newspaper anymore? I mean, I did the jumble last week, and it was transgender, the word. I mean, you can't even take it serious anymore. It used to be something to read. Now it's just trash. It's just garbage.
Yeah, I mean, I looked at Jeff Bezos today, and he just said, I was critic of the president. I think he's so calm. I think he's going to approach this so differently. I flipped to other channels. I do have hope because people are not kissing, in the case of Morning Joe, that's hysterically terrible. It just shows how insincere they were either the past 8 years or now. But other people are just giving him a shot. And I just think that with the New York Times, I don't expect anything, so I'm not let down. But I wouldn't be surprised if some more conservative columnists start emerging. I don't know if you heard that guy from CNN.
Yeah, Scott Jenkins, go to the L.A. Times, yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Because they want some viewers.
Right.
They want some readers. And you saw all the people that didn't endorse this time. I think there's a slow sobering up point because I actually think that I haven't talked to the ad sales guys here at Fox, but you could sit there and try to boycott and keep major companies from Fox, and you could just not be seen on other channels. So a lot of the stuff that we've been saying that people say are conservative or right-wing are now mainstream. The pushback on DEI doesn't show intolerance. Being politically correct isn't in vogue. In fact, is embarrassing. So you could sit there and write all those stories, but you become more and more of a fringe newspaper. And I just think that you're going to see a ratchet to the middle, just a little bit. And Joe Manchin said it on the way out. There's going to be a market for people who want to go across the aisle. And Jared Moskowitz, at least on the surface yesterday, says, I want to help out Elon Musk. Ro Kahana said, I want to join Doge. I want to be part of the committee. That gives me hope. I saw Fetterman saying I like a lot of the nominees.
Yeah, even Bernie Sanders was saying some interesting things.
Yeah, so I always get hopeful around this time, especially because Trump has been frustratingly hard to interview. Mm-hmm. He's been hard to find. He's letting people and other people fight for him. He's never done that before. And I think that I'm watching the late night conference. I watched Jimmy Fallon just to get an idea of what he talked about last night before I came in. One sarcastic, semi-funny comment about Trump. That's it. Jimmy Kimmel, way to the left. He thinks it's 2016. He's just mocking when Trump walks into the Notre Dame Cathedral. He's going to spontaneously combust and cause a fire again. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Hysterical. So I'm just saying that I think the Times is going to realize what Jeff Bezos is realizing, what Jamie Dimon's realizing. You don't have to kiss Trump's ass. Just give him a shot.
And or even if you're not going to give him a shot, at least understand why a majority of the country voted for him. So you're not acting like these people are aliens. Brian, speaking of aliens, Anna Navarro, maybe you heard about this. She's on The View. She still bills herself as a Republican strategist, but I'd love to know the last Republican that she strategized for. She put out a tweet yesterday where she was explaining how Biden pardoning Hunter Biden is not exactly breaking any precedents. So she puts out a tweet and she gives some examples of other presidents pardoning their relatives. She mentions Bill Clinton. She mentions Donald Trump. But she begins the tweet by citing Woodrow Wilson. And she says Woodrow Wilson pardoned his brother-in-law, Hunter DeButz. Now, I don't think you have to be Bart Simpson to know that this is a fake name, and Woodrow Wilson did not actually have a brother-in-law named Hunter DeButz. Now, she blamed ChatGPT for the error, but I'm wondering, Brian, how different you think the reaction would be if you tweeted an erroneous fact that had an obvious prank name in the tweet, but tweeted it seriously.
You just hit me. Every word that you just told me hit me by surprise. I did not know any of that. That is absolutely hysterical.
So Trump will pardon Ophelia.
Exactly. That's exactly. If Brian Kilmeade tweeted that,
Ophelia
this is
ass.
the same thing. It's ridiculous. Hunter DeButz. This is crazy.
That's absolutely hysterical. But it shows how crazy they are. They're like, I got to get on the show and I got to make this Hunter pardon make sense. They lied about it for 2.5 years, and he embarrassed every Democrat that went to bat for him and his family and his integrity. And he also disparaged the Justice Department. How do I get on a ridiculous show that people laugh at, not with, and learn nothing from? And she went to ChatGPT instead of Google, by the way, and went ahead and found that. And by the way, Woodrow Wilson, not the paragon of virtue.
Yeah,
this guy was
and he also didn't pardon his brother-in-law. So what point are you making? Lastly, Brian, obviously today is our friend and colleague Tamara Karsub's birthday. If you're getting her a card or a gift, can I just partner up with you on that? Can I just sign on to whatever you're getting her?
I have an idea. Let's get a gift card for a card.
Perfect.
Why don't we get her a gift card for Hallmark?
That's
so
great.
she could take out our own card. So this way we don't do something that wouldn't be worthy of the moment or go or not worthy of the moment.
That's outstanding.
So let's get a gift card for a card.
All right. Brian Kilmeade is live from the Patriot Awards on radio. He's got an action-packed show, including Mark Thiessen, Jimmy Fallon, Mark Penn, and Will Kane. It's going to be an action-packed show. Folks should definitely check it out, but certainly on Fox and Friends. Brian, always a treat to chat with you. Thank you.
Yep. Don't forget One Nation Saturday night at 9 o'clock. I cannot reveal my guest. Just know it's going to be entertaining and change your life.
Oh, well, that is quite a tease. Now we will tune in. Thank you, Brian. Have fun at the Patriot Awards. Absolutely. Thank you, Brian Kilmeade.